Using this method with Blender and GIMP 2.8, I made this drawing here from this render here. You could probably make something of a higher quality, as this only took a couple of hours. You'll need to open a model in Blender for reference, and I use this model which I'll link to in the description. You can add additional stuff to your model now, but they don't need to be too detailed or high polyed. Here I've added the horns for the cap and bells on his head. To make sure they stay in place, you can parent your object to the correct bone by selecting the object, shift-clicking the bone and pressing Ctrl P, then clicking bone. You can pose this character by going into pose mode when selecting the rig and rotating each joint like any other armature. Then line up the camera by pressing 0 on the number pad to view through the camera and pressing Shift and F to control it with the mouse and keyboard. You can add a light in here and move it using the G key. Set up the resolution you want for your actual drawing on the side here. Hit F12 or this button here to render, and when that's done you can save the render by pressing F3. Import the image into GIMP and start tracing around the outline with the path tool. I had a reference image that I'd already made up for this, so you should probably do the same. If you adjust the curves well enough, you won't need to make too many points here. When you have the outline, do whatever you need to do to get the base colours in. I usually just use a paint bucket on a lower layer. Then add your shadows using the path tool based on the reference image. This time you're using the selection from path to indicate the shadow areas, instead of the stroke from path you'd use for the outlines. To get rid of any shadow areas outside of your base colour, use the magic wand to select the transparent areas of the colour layers and delete the shadows. You can adjust the shadow colours now, since shadows are never fully black. What you do after that's your business. Don't even tell me what you do. I don't want